So yeah, let's just do a quick. I'll use slot 3. We're gonna do just no contact damage, but increased health and damage speedrun. Just see what it feels like. So we use their recommended settings. Alright, so this is a house rules speedrun. We're gonna see how it feels. It may take a lot longer to kill, but I can also just kind of do this. Alright, so I took some damage. Oh, that's gonna deal more damage to me as well. Alright. With Amaterasu's Son, I actually want to find a guy to give me a new spell, if possible. Alright, found book. That's good. Easy chest. It's going to change a lot of my numbers, I'm certain of that. And that's going to be awkward to adapt to. Whew. Alright. Let's see how each of these heirlooms change. So, I have a feeling, like, we route a lot of stuff around how much, like, precise damage we need to do to kill. So, having plus 50% health is going to make that not exactly work. The only reason it's still working, as far as I can tell, is because I have Amaterasu's Son. It's still not even technically working. It's just the adaptation of Amaterasu's is enough. Here. And now we have full mana, so I can... Because these ones usually take 2 fireballs, now it's going to take 3. Alright. Well, couldn't even throw a third. Ooh. Alright. So now we still have to find Lamech. We still have to find... Let's see, we have the entrance above, so we just have to find Lamech and Axis Mundi. Alright. Ooh. Sorry, I've been playing casually, so getting back to speedrun mode. A little bit. It's a different experience. I'm glad that I'm in a position where I can do both experiences. That's, like, I'm able to, like, speedruns do not prevent me from playing casually. That's always a good thing. Or at least pseudo-casually, you know? That being said, yeah, this ability to just dash through everything. A little much. A little much. Like, literally the 150 health is, like, the thing that would be balancing this out. Oh, I went so far back that I didn't get the vulnerability on the mecha as part of it. Foolishness on my part. Oh well. Oh, the absolute worst time to use that, it seems. Yeah, it's like I can't adapt my routine to work with this. Yeah, bosses are going to be the part that's the least affected by this, so having the bosses... Do you think empathies might be optimal when bosses... That's a good point. Yeah, if bosses have plus 50% HP, there are a lot of empathies that become viable. Lamek? No. Nama? I think so. Yeah, so it's always a question of, is there a teleport nearby the empathy? Like, it's not worth, like, backtracking for any of the empathies that are in special areas, but Namaz is definitely worthwhile, as well as IRADs with that. If you happen to run into Enox with the book, that's worthwhile, but... Funny. The Hephaestus hammer wasn't bad. Alright. Alright. So yeah, Nama's empathy will definitely be worth getting. Irad's empathy will become worth getting. Beyond that, the Void Beast empathy, if you're going through Axis Mundi, maybe? Void Beast is very close. Yeah, as you said, they don't have much HP. So, it's kind of a close one there. Lamek is its completely different room. Enoch, if you run into the room and have what you need to collect the empathy, it's fine. But, yeah. It's always the question of, can you collect the empathy easily? Because there are Nama and Irad, yes. Void Beast Spareth? Alright. Oh yeah, and Wisps have deals 0 damage to you, so that's always funny. Alright. So yeah, this is definitely safer. Yeah, this speedrun isn't really... With the house rules, the speedrun is very different, of course, so... Like, yeah, I will say the one issue with the house rules, with the enemy contact damage, is that it allows you to just run through enemies. The thing is, most people will not be running through enemies. That's mostly just a speedrunner thing. A lot of people like to fight every enemy they see. It's just like, it's natural to do so for them. Yeah, I feel the increased health, I feel the increased damage, so this seems fine, like, as a playstyle. Like, as long as you're, like, targeting enemies, I think this is a fine playstyle. The thing is, as a speed run, there's no enemy targeting, which is making this easier than it should be and longer at the same time. Yeah, kill everything that moves is the general playstyle of most people. Yep. doors still the status of... Oh, yeah, I guess so. I was knocking doors into enemies, and they were getting the status effect, they were getting the fire status effect because of my Amaterasu's son. So yeah, I guess so. I'm definitely not doing more than one, because after this, like, this is gonna put my strats against enemies so far out of whack if I make this a habit. If I do well in this run by abusing it, or I just make this a habit, both are gonna end badly for me. Alright. Let's see, with 50% extra damage, I think I only survived one hit, so we'll play a little more secure than usual. We're not going to abuse the pass-through enemies effect. Just going to fight as we would. With some crit damage. This was actually the incorrect way to play this fight. You're supposed to get them as close to the center as you possibly can during this phase. So I've made a mistake, and I will be punished for it. Or not. Immediately unpunished. Quite nearly. Probably a lot safer to be in between the bosses when they don't have contact damage when they're not attacking. This is death in one hit, given the extra damage output. Woo. And yeah, the greater health pools are definitely... I'm really feeling it. And Super Smash Bros. Alright. Yep. Double health. I think you are correct in saying against the Void Beast, it was probably preferable to grab Book. I could definitely see grabbing Book there as the strat. We're definitely not we're definitely not fighting Nama before we get Book. That is a 100% certainty. We will be fighting Enoch and then grabbing Book if necessary, but we will not be fighting the mob without Book. And remember, wargs, every contact with wargs in general is damage, and wisps don't do anything. Ooh. Oh well. I mean, I do ride without... Oh, because of the bonus health. Because I'm crazy sometimes. We're going to get a lot of gold, everyone. Why not? Let's get a lot of gold. Yes, let's go and make them a mage. Maybe I'll get Wind Wall, and then everything comes up perfectly. Alright, free strike, close enough. Alright. So now we're just going to gain a lot of gold with this speedrun, because, yeah, we probably need to scale more because the amount of additional damage that needs to be dealt. Like, that actually makes sense to me. Whether or not that's correct. This is an awkward position. As you see, I have everything I need to get around it. I just realized one of the lilies is a damage boost. So, that's out of the question as well. Honestly, if I find Nama, that's probably my best bet, because Nama is a pair of treasure chests. Maybe you want to explore the Sun Tower? I actually cannot explore the Sun Tower because I do not have Void Dash yet. But... yep. Alright. Let's see if this one health bucko could beat this challenge. Alright. Us No Jesus was a mistake. But I love it. It's a beautiful mistake. Alright. My fault. I took a reckless decision, and we're getting punished for my recklessness. Alright. Of these, one is playable. It's up to gain enough strength to make it viable. Close enough. Alright. So let's see. And no, we are not toggling on flight for the speedrun. House rules are fun, but we're not going that far. Alright. The question is, do I want... no, I don't want to leverage the health. I just want to do this. Get my double jump. Instead of leveraging the health, I could just have health. I have versatility to not get damaged. Ooh. If you freeze it... okay, so if you freeze an enemy mid-attack, even when you don't have that thing toggled on, it doesn't deal damage. So, chances are it won't deal damage. Not until you defreeze it, so... sorry to end your speculation early. Well, low on health. Means deal damage. Alright. Whew. Just because I realize how much health enemies have, I actually have some tension here. Can I do, like... I think my answer is this might be one of those... like, I definitely feel like the run's going to be longer because of this. Because the 150 health is that significant. Alright. Alright, found the maw. Are you saying I was one room from facing the maw and gained all of this, like 4 times the amount of gold there? I was one room from finding the maw. Alright. So now we just need to find a lily. So I took that damage because I'm going to be grabbing the... I know I'm going to be grabbing the Void Dash before I do anything else significant here. So... Ooh. Alright. So we have this open. As I said, way too much damage. We're not facing this without Book. But we are going to get Void Dash first, because we could face Enoch without Book. That being said, with the plus 20% damage increase, no, I think I get 2 shots still. Oh, right. Oh, this is just to a chest. Foolishness. I didn't look at the map, and then when I looked at the map, I didn't look at the screen. Like... Well, this is not helping my story. Yeah. So we're getting bad characters, then we're also doing a weird run. The combination of it all is going to end very badly for me. That's all. Honestly, it might be worthwhile to grab Book, kill Nama, and then just unlock the castle. Incorrect. No, that can't be it. That can't be the correct answer. Ugh. Oop. Ooh. I just realized I don't have Free Strike. My extra trait means have that instead. Yeah, I'm not facing them right now. We're gonna go find Void Dash, then I'll face Gone Heads. Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. Yeah, I finally got a knight again. Glad to see you. I haven't seen you since the first character. Unfortunately, you cannot give me enough money to do anything significant, so... always sad. Not a good run. Definitely, like, a lot of the things you need to leverage in this sort of stuff with these rules are very hard to leverage with the general speedrun strats, so... So a mistake followed by a stupid mistake. Oh, there's a chest. Saw it that time. Love void balls. Alright, found Murmur. That's good. Ooh. Awesome. So now we find Enoch, and we have our character complete. Alright. Whew, deep breaths. Finish it off. Finish it strong. There was nothing to shield dash into because I was dashing and there's no on contact damage. Alright. The more health definitely chokes me up because I'm like expecting things to get killed in a certain amount of hits, and then they don't. But other than that, and then obviously, as I said, leveraging that on contact damage nerf, it's mostly just allowing you to avoid enemies, which at this point I think I've just gone skilled enough that avoiding enemies is just something I do. So it's not really helping me then. Which means it is just an optional playstyle, which I think is exactly what they want. So well done, Cellar Door Games. This seems to feel exactly like you want it to feel. This is an optional playstyle. Forget it. We're getting crit damage. Alright. Definitely messing with some muscle memory. No doubt about it. Like, being able to do this definitely feels weird. Ooh. Alright. Continue the legacy. I cannot imagine the health fiends have if it was 5 burns, New game plus 10 on top of all this. Yeah. I mean, I can imagine it. It'd be twice as much as the already absurd amount of health they'd have. So however annoying they would be, double it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm thinking they'll two shots me. Yep. Go. Be 56 times the amount of health. Sounds something like that. Oh, 56 burdens. New game plus 10. That's what you're saying. 56 burdens, not 56 times. Alright. Let's go kill them off. Which, of course, means gain this book. Alright. Oh man. Yep, so some of these stuff we do with numbers, and those numbers aren't gonna work. So we just let them bounce around, I guess. Five, 6, 7. Awesome. Go. So next I'm gonna, yeah, I think I'm gonna kill Nama before Enoch. Alright. Oh, that means if I'm killing him off first. Let's get the damage boost, because it's actually worth the time to teleport there. Oh, man. Alright. Taken care of there. Now we have Enoch, we have Irad. Yeah, we have all our heirlooms though. Yeah, this fight does not change much at all. Other than its length, really. Probably not going to get enough gold for any upgrades. So that's unfortunate. No gold upgrades are going to occur. And given that my characters are probably not going to get any stronger, it's probably best I just actually fight these bosses now. I'm going to get one shot here. It's funny that you had longer fights against her with the base HP settings. Really? I would not know how long it takes me to fight, just that I do know that's one of the bosses I have trouble with at times. So, like, if you, I believe you. I find that shocking. Well, this character does have double crits, and if you're talking about in old patches, definitely, because in old patches she was definitely more durable, more threatening. Also, I'm at level 17 instead of level 1. So there's a few reasons why the fight would be longer. Oh my gosh. Well, I didn't get one shot. I'm actually shocked by that. Dread duelist against her once. That was an example of a time where the music got to loop. Ah, you were paying attention to the looping effect. I'm just assuming at all times this boss is like on contact death. Yeah, it's a mimic, and mimics are on contact. You're wondering the reason I'm not shield bashing there is because I'm not certain that's on contact, and if I'm incorrect, I just die and I have to do this all over again with a character with less damage, since there's no way I have enough money for any upgrades. Like maybe a health upgrade, because they're the cheapest. So I'm just not making a mistake. Those dash attacks are a great time to speed up damage and make mistakes in the process. Go. mean, yes, duelist against her once. The first time I used duelist against her was definitely several patches ago, so at least one patch ago. Alright. Well, unfortunately, I do not have the mana to go into grab the damage boost, but... Or maybe I do. Great, I have enough mana to get the damage boost. Assuming I don't mess it up some stupid way. Alright. This now actually matters. We're doing that because I do not want to deal with that poison. I'd rather take the risk waiting out longer than... So yeah, contact damage as long as they're swinging. Alright, whatever. Let's get the barbarian up the tower. And then from there, we just have our long drawn-out fight. Spend the mana to get a bit more resolve. Or spend the gold to get a bit more resolve when the time comes. Alright. So that gave us 25% more resolve, which I think is definitely worth. I mean, it depends on... If this is the character that does it, definitely worth, because if I find any. But... Otherwise... making sure. Giants are scary. Wings are not. Alright, so the door apparently is here. Ew. So here's the thing, this is the only door. So that means this entire route, like I have to go back down here. And then back down through here. Which this is terrifying in its own right. And then I have to go left, like... Not gonna take the risk. And apples, I believe, deal more damage with this version, so... Alright, there we are. Yeah, the layout trolled me pretty hard. You're right. No point in popping open the chests. Alright, well, we got to the top. That's what the barbarian needed to do. Let's see how this boss feels. Probably very long. I'd make a guess. 115 damage. Alright, good to know. Whew. Alright. Well, we have a knight again. We also... Oh, it has chronic fatigue syndrome. If this didn't have chronic fatigue syndrome, emotional dysregularity plus magma mass is huge. So we're just gonna pick the stable fable. Alright. And we are out of water. Good to know. Good to know. Alright. So after this run, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just actually compile a list and map out and try to make a proper video for the whole house rules. Oh no. Health-wise, I get 2 shy, I just realized. That's not good. Well, that wasn't good either. Alright. Well, let's see if I can do this perfect. Should have just shield bashed. I had a shield bash. Should have taken it. Oh well. Just proof that the knight is very strong for this fight. Alright. Masochism's a sucky trait for this, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. See how long this all took, you know. This was definitely a slow one, but then the extra health of the enemies. Like, basically, the advantages of being able to avoid contact damage on enemies is not as high as you think once they deal with the enemies that don't like that can't hit you. You know, what I think I'm going to do is I'm not going to talk about that at all. I'm going to just assume that I'm just going to make a bug report for it. And I'll talk about the ones that are completely immune. And then I'll make a bug report for the ones that are, like, that don't touch you. So that way the thing stays up to date after they fix it. Because I'm assuming they're going to fix it if I tell them, hey, wisps can't even hurt you with the effect. Took damage there, but my dash lasted just barely long. Oh, that gave me a mana back. Good to know. Oh, no contact damage messing up my timing. Oh, that's bad. Oh my gosh. Well, we now know. Shield bash. If I shield bash, I have to land in one of the projectiles, not in. All right. Now we actually have a fireball. We actually have an attack that is consistent. I just realized both of our previous knights did not have an attack that's consistent to help with the fight. Didn't even think about that. Shockwave has a 5-second cooldown and isn't much damage. The other one had Masochism and therefore couldn't use their spells too often. So now this is actually the first knight that has magic to help with its damage output. And given that we went for more magic build at the start, I think that's going to matter. I really like it when the bomb one does explosions, because most of my movements doesn't end up anywhere near the bomb screen anyways. Even when it does, the explosion is just barely not large enough to really affect my maneuvering. Make it easy on myself. There we are. Alright. So we got that run complete. Whew. Enoch taken care of. World complete using these weird old house worlds. Alright. See how long it took when everything had like 50% more health. 56! Hey! We kept the sub an hour! I'm impressed in myself. I managed to keep that sub an hour despite the weird rules changes.